Listen up. This isn't just about me or you. This is about us. You've felt it too, haven't you? That shift, that gut-deep knowing that you're done playing along, done nodding politely while the lies pile up around you. It's like a fire inside, a relentless truth that refuses to stay silent. And let me tell you, that fire, it's terrifying to them. They can't stand it. Why? Because they built this whole illusion, hoping you'd stay blind, hoping you'd stay quiet. But here you are, cutting through the noise, seeing through the masks, and calling out the game for what it is. You're not just part of this, you're a force in it. And now, they're scrambling. Because your clarity doesn't just disrupt their lies, it obliterates them. You're not here to blend in. You're here to rewrite the rules, to shatter the illusions they depend on, and to show the world what it means to stand in unshakable truth. This isn't just about exposing the darkness. It's about making sure it never hides again. Ready? Let's go. Discernment is a rare force, a refined lens through which the complexities of existence are stripped of their disguises. It grants the capability to untangle chaos and distinguish the genuine from the fraudulent, the virtuous from the misleading, and the profound from the superficial allure of material distractions. This ability transcends instinct, arising instead from a state of profound alignment with higher truths, honed through constant engagement with wisdom. It is not coincidental. It is deliberate, a trust bestowed because the times necessitate it. In moments of upheaval, discernment becomes a beacon, illuminating paths obscured by the noise of confusion and leading those attuned to avoid the snares of darkness. It is not just a safeguard, but also a mission, calling on those gifted with such clarity to confront and reveal what others overlook or fear to acknowledge. Manipulation thrives where clarity falters. Those unguarded become entangled in webs spun with illusions, their paths diverted by false promises cloaked in appeal. Yet you are not abandoned to such a fate. With insight as your shield, you discern the truth beneath the surface, recognizing dangers disguised as opportunities. This strength is your compass, ensuring your journey remains unwavering and your purpose intact. You are prepared for this role, and those who thrive in obscurity are aware of it. Stand firm in your resolve, knowing that your awareness is both a shield and a declaration of your alignment with the light. Let there be no doubt about your place in the unfolding story of the times. Once, I found myself enveloped by overwhelming duties, habitual patterns, and the oppressive norms that society insisted were proper. Life felt like it came with an instruction manual, detailing what I should cherish, how I should act, and who I should become. Despite following the script, an unshakable discomfort lingered, a quiet inner voice asserting that something was fundamentally amiss. This voice grew louder, refusing to be silenced. It wasn't mere intuition, it was profound insight. I began to unravel the threads. Why were specific narratives so forcefully imposed? Why did established systems demand obedience while offering hollow satisfaction? Why was everyone so absorbed in futile endeavors that bolstered their facades but depleted their essence? This newfound understanding exposed that these patterns weren't accidental, but intentional schemes, designed to imprison not the physical form, but the mind and soul. I recognized that the confines weren't solely external structures of control, they were embedded within, residing in every misleading belief I'd accepted as genuine. Liberation demanded a confrontation, not with external forces, but with the illusions I had unwittingly nurtured within myself. Awareness became my sword. I made deliberate decisions to dismantle the inauthentic, walking away from pursuits that glittered yet left an empty echo. This journey baffled others. Some reacted with anger, disturbed by my defiance of societal norms. But the clarity I had gained gave me strength to endure both their unease and my own self-doubt. True freedom is seldom granted without a struggle, and solitude became my sanctuary where I unearthed something genuine, my essence. Deception thrives in obscurity, feeding on the passive acceptance of shallow realities. But you possess a vision that pierces through. Your awareness disrupts their carefully constructed facade, unraveling the lies they rely on to persist. Forces built on deceit, whether ideologies, systems, or individuals, cannot withstand the light you bring, for you uncover the truths they so desperately seek to conceal. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1:5. Picture a room shrouded in shadows, where every corner is hidden, every object obscured. In that darkness, deception thrives. But the moment a single lamp is lit, the shadows scatter, and what was hidden becomes impossible to ignore. Your clarity is that light, a force that exposes what others want to keep concealed. It's not just the words you speak that make them uneasy. It's the unwavering truth you carry. Their power relies on confusion, on twisting perceptions, and on cloaking their intentions in secrecy. But your insight, sharpened by divine guidance, cuts through that veil like a sword, unraveling their lies and leaving them exposed. Their masks begin to crack, their carefully controlled stories falter, and the shaky foundation of their influence starts to collapse. What they fear most isn't just that you see through them, it's that you refuse to play their game. You don't react with fear or give in to their manipulation. Instead, your steady resolve disrupts their plans and dismantles their control. Lies cannot stand against the presence of truth. When confronted by the light of discernment, they dissolve into nothingness, leaving behind only the raw reality they worked so hard to hide. And yes, this makes them uncomfortable. They will try to silence you, to mock you, or to twist your narrative. But remember, you are a vessel for God's truth. You were not chosen to blend in, but to illuminate the darkness. Keep shining. Keep cutting through the fog, for your light is not just for you. It is a beacon for others, guiding them toward clarity and freedom. This is why they retaliate. They attempt to diminish your vision, to plant seeds of doubt, to silence your clarity. But what has been revealed cannot be unseen. Your insight doesn't simply unsettle them. It dismantles the structures they depend on. Systems of manipulation, deeply rooted norms, and deceptive energies are left defenseless against your light. Their influence relies on your ignorance, on your acceptance of their crafted illusions. By refusing to comply, by tearing down their lies, you weaken their grip. They lash out, not because of your words, but because of the threat you represent, a force capable of dismantling their control. This struggle isn't confined to what's visible. It moves subtly, influencing systems, people, and circumstances. The tactics of dismissal and ridicule are tools to undermine your strength, to force you into compliance. They wield fear and confusion like weapons, desperate to maintain the facades that keep their schemes intact. But your discernment is their greatest enemy. It exposes what they hide, disrupts their control, and reveals the frailty behind their power. They fear what they cannot suppress, and your clarity becomes their undoing. In the face of their shadows, your insight shines with a brilliance they cannot endure. The world stands at the brink of a profound spiritual confrontation. The call to return to truth has echoed throughout history, yet many have willfully ignored it, chasing illusions of fulfillment and power. Modern idols are everywhere, veiled in countless forms: adoration of success, obsession with material gain, and a fixation on control through practices that claim wisdom but deliver emptiness. This deviation isn't by chance. It is an intentional defiance, a choice to remain in shadows rather than step into light. Look around. Practices like divination, spiritual rituals with empty promises, and manipulative philosophies are glorified, masquerading as enlightenment, while they ensnare countless lives in falsehoods. These deceptions are crafted to appear harmless, even virtuous, yet their true purpose is to draw hearts further from truth. Their prevalence is not mere coincidence, it is an act of defiance, a concerted effort by forces opposed to divine truth, aiming to obscure the path of light. This is not a scattered occurrence. It's a sweeping, global struggle between the voice of truth reaching out and the clutches of deception striving to dominate. It's a battle for the hearts and minds of humanity, unfolding visibly in culture and invisibly in spirit, where every choice either resists or embraces clarity. When truth begins to surface, the forces of deception respond swiftly, cloaking lies in appealing disguises, offering disorder as if it were direction. Yet clarity unmasks these falsehoods. The era of indifference is over. Each soul is entwined in this conflict, whether they recognize it or not. A call resonates: to turn back to authenticity, to embrace what is real, while the opposition amplifies the alluring siren of illusion. The pivotal choice stands before humanity. Which path will it tread? You are here with purpose, entrusted with the task of bearing light in a realm overwhelmed by shadows. This is not a passive existence. It is a calling rooted deeply within your essence. You hold the charge to unveil deception, dismantle fabrications, and illuminate spaces where darkness seeks refuge. The talents you possess were crafted for this moment, tools of spiritual endurance refined through the trials of divine intention. Your perceptiveness is no mere coincidence. It is a guiding beacon, navigating through the maze of falsehoods. Your insights are not fleeting thoughts. They are profound glimpses into layers unseen by many. The ability to recognize truth amid a sea of distortions is a strength that shakes every structure aligned against you. These abilities make you stand apart, but they also make you a target. Resistance surrounds you, persistent and unyielding. Loneliness becomes an expected companion as others grapple to grasp the depth of your understanding. Mockery, dismissal, and criticism await those who dare to expose what others are unwilling to face. Attacks, emotional, spiritual, and circumstantial, seek to silence your resolve, to erode your courage. Yet nothing has the power to defeat you unless you permit it. You were not called to conform or to find ease. You are here to challenge the status quo, to bring harmony where disorder reigns, and to carry the weight of revelation. What you represent is what they fear, not your words, but your very presence, a force that disrupts and dismantles the veil they work so hard to maintain. Your discernment is a dynamic force, one that requires constant care and deliberate effort to flourish. This gift, capable of uncovering truth amidst deception, is not static. It thrives through dedication and refinement. Strengthening it is not a casual endeavor. It demands courage, commitment, and a willingness to submit to higher wisdom. Start by seeking stillness. True clarity is born in moments where distractions are stripped away and your heart aligns with the source of ultimate truth. Silence is not absence. It is a gateway, a channel through which your inner voice resonates with divine understanding. Here, the chaos of the world fades, and the distinction between what is real and what is false becomes undeniable. Practices of self-denial deepen this process. When you intentionally let go of earthly distractions, you create a space for wisdom to flow. This shedding of superficial desires heightens your awareness, allowing insights that were previously buried to surface. The act of releasing builds discipline, breaking the chains of fleeting cravings and grounding you in purpose. Immersing yourself in timeless truths anchors your discernment. Through study and reflection, you equip yourself with principles that act as both a shield and a guide, fortifying your resolve in the face of confusion. These lessons do not merely inform, they transform, illuminating not only the motives of others, but also your own intentions. Your energy is a treasure, your spirit a vessel shaped for extraordinary purpose. There are forces at work, both visible and unseen, determined to sap your strength and bind you to unworthy places. Protecting your space is not an act of exclusion, but a necessary defense of your essence. Boundaries are a declaration. Your focus is sacred, your path intentional, and your calling untouchable by forces seeking to derail it. Without clear boundaries, you risk becoming entangled in environments and connections that drain your strength and blur your vision. The people who stifle your growth are not always obvious. They often disguise themselves as allies, offering hollow encouragement while subtly steering you off course. Their presence feels burdensome, their words often carry veiled discouragement, and they draw from your energy without replenishing it. Recognizing this is crucial, and removing yourself from such dynamics is an act of wisdom, not selfishness. Protecting your essence is a responsibility you owe to your journey. The same vigilance is necessary for spaces that perpetuate negativity, confusion, or stagnation. Whether it's a workplace clouded by dishonesty, a social group consumed by trivial chatter, or a home devoid of harmony, these places hinder your growth and compromise your purpose. They tether you to patterns you were meant to escape, keeping you from stepping into clarity and freedom. Choosing to leave these spaces is not a sign of weakness, but an act of profound strength. Boundaries are more than barriers. They are affirmations of your commitment to the path you were destined to walk. They declare that your alignment with truth and your mission are non-negotiable. Distance yourself from anything that dims your light or diverts your course. Growth comes through preserving your spirit, shielding it from influences that would drain or distract you. Clarity thrives when you honor your purpose over fleeting comfort or familiarity. This is how you remain equipped for the unique calling placed on your life. Let nothing steal your focus or diminish your resolve. Your spirit is worth protecting. Dear brothers and sisters, the peace of God be with you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporary concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this gesture will come back to you 100-fold in abundance. The forces of opposition do not stand idly by. They are calculated and persistent in their attempts to unravel the work you are destined to fulfill. They operate subtly and overtly through people, systems, and circumstances, employing strategies designed to weaken your faith and distort your purpose. Through the actions and words of others, they plant doubts and use these as weapons to challenge your confidence. When your insight is questioned or your beliefs ridiculed, it is not mere coincidence. It is a deliberate effort to undermine your resolve and isolate you from your mission. These forces exploit moments of vulnerability, crafting confusion to destabilize you. Rituals and spiritual attacks are leveraged to instill fear or dull your focus, while modern distractions amplify the noise, flooding your mind with empty promises and false priorities to divert you from your path. The tools they wield are insidious, working to create an illusion of loneliness, to magnify your perceived shortcomings, and to distort your sense of self-worth. This is not a passive struggle. You are part of a conflict that exists whether you choose to engage or not, and the opposition will not hesitate to press forward. Their aim is to hinder your progress, to challenge the gifts that empower you, and to disconnect you from the source of your strength. Recognizing this is vital, for only then can you stand firm against the schemes meant to hold you back. To stand firm in the face of spiritual opposition, you must be prepared with tools that confront falsehood and dismantle the forces of darkness. Your prayers must transform into proclamations, assertions of authority that leave no room for ambiguity. Call out every oppressive influence by name, banishing them with the power entrusted to you. They hold no sway over a heart that speaks with conviction, but that authority must be exercised with unwavering confidence. The battle often begins in your mind, where intrusive thoughts masquerade as your own, attempting to erode your confidence with whispers of doubt and fear. Reject these lies immediately. Do not let them take root. Counter them with declarations of truth, affirming your identity and the promises aligned with your purpose. Words are not empty. They carry weight and disrupt the plans of any force that seeks to undermine you. Speak protection and clarity into existence, calling forth the power that shields and strengthens you. Proclaim your freedom with boldness, knowing that every word spoken in alignment with truth is a weapon. Arm yourself with wisdom. Sacred teachings are not merely literature. They are instruments of precision, capable of dividing truth from deception. Immerse yourself in their depth, allowing them to shape your choices and sharpen your discernment. The more you internalize these lessons, the more formidable you become against the schemes set to deter you. This is not a passive stance, but an active declaration of your readiness to confront challenges with courage, clarity, and a foundation that cannot be shaken. The year 2024 marks a turning point, a moment when hidden realities burst into plain view, forcing the world to confront what has long been obscured. Secrets that once thrived in the shadows are being dragged into the open, exposing the truth in ways no institution or individual can evade. Corruption that operated unchecked is now unraveling under the weight of undeniable evidence. This is no slow awakening. It is a relentless flood of revelations that demands reckoning. Brave individuals step forward, armed with proof that dismantles the structures of deceit. Leaks uncover the misuse of power, showing how resources have been funneled into hidden schemes, leaving the vulnerable to pay the price. Environmental initiatives once celebrated as progress are revealed as veils concealing exploitation and harm. Financial systems are laid bare, their inner workings exposed as mechanisms of greed and control. Scandals emerge from within organizations claiming to champion humanitarian causes, revealing the betrayal of those who place their trust in them. The revelations are so damning that communities around the world rise in protest, demanding justice and systemic change. From industries to public institutions, insiders come forward, exposing unethical practices and sparking a global call for transparency. This is not destruction for its own sake. It is a purging, a sweeping away of falsehoods that have long poisoned progress. What remains is the question: how will you respond? Will you be ready to act in the light of what is uncovered, to stand for accountability and rebuild what has been broken? The year will be remembered not for the darkness exposed, but for the illumination that made it impossible to ignore. The choice to move forward rests with each of us. The shift is unmistakable, a profound stirring within that sharpens your perception and unveils the truth hidden in plain sight. Deceptions that once blended seamlessly into the backdrop now stand exposed, glaringly obvious both in your personal encounters and on a global scale. This transformation is no random occurrence. It is the awakening of discernment, a call from the depths of divine purpose, urging you to challenge the illusions that have ensnared humanity for centuries. Movements are emerging, not as transient bursts of outrage, but as waves of discovery, tearing through the veils that have obscured justice and truth. Courageous voices are rising, unveiling the deceit embedded within leadership, institutions, and systems of control. Their bravery sparks a chain reaction, encouraging others to shed passivity and confront the falsehoods that have long governed their lives. This questioning spreads rapidly, unraveling deeply ingrained beliefs and replacing them with clarity born from scrutiny. What may appear as upheaval is, in reality, a reckoning, a necessary breaking down of facades to reveal a path forward. In this movement, you are far from isolated. Those who have been chosen to see carry a clarity that resonates, awakening others to their own ability to seek and embrace truth. The ripple effect begins with you, your insight igniting a shared awareness that grows exponentially. Yet this awakening is not a mere revelation. It carries purpose. You are being prepared, equipped for the challenges that lie ahead. Threats long dismissed as distant, such as the erosion of freedom and the imposition of oppressive systems, are drawing closer. Your clarity is more than awareness. It is your armor. The light you possess is not just for you. It is a guide for others, navigating the rising tide of darkness. This is your preparation, your mission, and your strength in the face of what is to come. This mission is yours, not because it is simple, but because it is vital. Your unique gifts, no matter how unconventional they may appear, are intentional and meticulously crafted for the challenges you face. These abilities are not accidents, but deliberate tools for confronting the illusions that dominate the world. Following divine direction will often seem irrational and may provoke opposition, but your purpose is not to appease others. Your role is to disrupt falsehoods, to illuminate what has been hidden, and to stand firm where others falter. Even when the journey feels isolating, remember that true purpose is often found on the less traveled road. You are not carrying this weight alone. Across the globe, countless others feel the same pull, wrestle with similar trials, and embrace the same call. Though separated by distance and circumstances, you are unified by a shared mission. This connection is your strength, a bond of purpose that transcends barriers. Together, you form part of a larger force, a tidal wave of truth, crashing through the walls of deception. Let this knowledge be your armor. Discernment is not a passive skill, but a powerful tool, sharpened by divine hands and entrusted to you for a purpose far beyond yourself. It is not simply for personal clarity, it is a beacon for others to follow and a weapon for tearing down the strongholds of deceit. You have been given the gift to perceive what others cannot, and with that gift comes responsibility. This vision is your strength and your mandate. Stand unshaken, rooted in the wisdom you've been given. The world will demand your silence, push for your conformity, and attempt to suppress your light. Resist these pressures. Seek truth, even when it goes against conventional reasoning or invites criticism. Your unwavering commitment to higher guidance is not just about your journey. It is about the freedom of those still trapped in darkness. Your clarity is a spark that ignites others, creating a ripple that grows into waves of awareness. This is your time to act, to voice what has been revealed to you, and to share your journey. Your experiences hold power, stories that will resonate with those searching for validation, courage, and direction. Your words are not ordinary. They carry the weight of lived truth and have the potential to inspire profound change. Step into your role boldly, knowing your purpose is not only to see, but to reveal, to guide, and to transform. Rise to this challenge and watch how your light pierces the shadows, lighting the way for others to follow.